So we're gonna start on like the basics of the longanisa sliders, and then the thing is too, the great thing about this recipe is, first off, if you've never had longanisa, it's kind of like what every Filipino person starts their morning with. It's kind of a traditional Filipino breakfast meat. Filipino breakfast, like we are all about garlic rice, a fried egg, and meat. And longanisa is definitely one of the most popular. And so we're gonna turn it, instead of eating it with the full shebang, we're gonna make it into sliders just because it might be easier for people to find bread. Um, it's also
like
usually
casings. And then
I'm just crushing garlic.
same? That's what I'm doing too. How would
Yeah.
you describe like longanisa to someone who's never had it before?
Yeah, it's like a sweet and salty and garlicky sausage. Like I think that's the main flavor you get when you first bite into it. It's quite sweet. And the thing is, it's varies by region. So the Philippines, like obviously, is like I think it's like almost 7,000 islands, and so everyone kind of makes it differently. There's certain areas that make it sweet and it's like bright red. There's other areas that make it and it's more vinegary. There's also a style of longanisa where they add a lot of oregano to it. So
Interesting. I
it
haven't tried that one.
yeah, I've had it once. It's called like lukban, I believe. It's good actually. But I like grew up eating the sweet version, which is called longanisa hamonado. So like that's what we're making. And it's just so good. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
love
obviously,
how sweet, like it's such a different sausage from like regular sausage, and where it's like
yeah, that's
sweet
the
and
thing. Like,
savory. Because I feel like the maple sausage, like traditional American sausage, is actually pretty sweet, but this is like
yeah,
a bit more of like a varied balance.
yeah, yeah. So I'm chopping like a crap load of garlic. So I actually
Same.
threw, for anybody who's trying to follow, how do I switch this again? Double tap. Yeah. Okay. I have like 5 cloves of garlic here that I'm cutting. So the main protein that you need for it is ground pork. I have half a pound. How much are you making, Ewa?
I'm gonna make the full pound since
The full pound. Okay. So everything I do just double. But so I have the full recipe on indulgeneats.com. So if you want to follow like exact measurements or whatever, you can do it there. But yeah, you want to first like have like a crap ton of garlic. And let me just
Yes.
actually
So
show
I'm
you.
using a whole head, and are we mincing it?
Yeah, yeah, that's like kind of like a key thing that you need. So the key ingredients, we have some like vinegar, which is like prevalent in all Filipino food practically. So we have smoked paprika. This is annatto powder. It looks like this in the Philippines. There's this brand called Mamacita's that is like super known. And so it's this like bright red powder, either called ATCHA or annatto. It's used actually in a lot of like American stuff. Like it's used to color like American cheese and
Oh,
things like
really?
that. Yeah, it's
What
mainly
kind
it's
of
like
flavor is it?
it tastes a little bit like a combination of paprika and nutmeg, but like a bit subtler in flavor. Um, and I'm using Datu Puti. It's a Filipino brand of cane vinegar, so it's made from like sugar cane. But you can use whatever you want. I know a lot of people make this with like apple cider vinegar,
Oh,
and it
really?
kind of tastes like a sweeter, less spicy chorizo. Is kind of a pretty. It has like a lot of flavor in the way that chorizo does, but it doesn't. It's not spicy. You could probably make it spicy, but that's just kind of not how they make it. But again, well, that's the great thing about cooking. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sabe. That's why I always prefer cooking to baking.
What?
I always prefer cooking to baking because
Oh
you
yeah.
can kind
Yeah.
of mix in as what you want and the
Yeah.
ingredients you
Baking
have
it
on
has to be
hand, where
exact,
baking
or
has to be
like
much more precise.
yeah, or like you'll end up with like not a cake.
And the worst is like after I've been trying to make more like homemade doughs, but like thankfully they've all turned out even after like proofing. But like that's the worst if like you wait like 2 hours or overnight to let it proof. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
bad. It's like bad. You like can't fix it or get that time back.
Yeah. Let's leave these questions. Pimento flavor. Yeah, so we're adding actually one of the ingredients in this is paprika. So it will have that like it'll have like the spice flavor, but it's not spicy, if that makes sense. So
But you could make this spicy if you
honestly,
wanted to, right? Like adding
sorry.
You could make this spicy if you wanted to, right? Like
Yeah, so I actually like to make this overall thing spicy. So I have a Thai bird's eye chili
nice
that I'm gonna add into like the slaw. So yeah, and Dati Puti and Mamacitas are like primary Filipino brands of for Filipino ingredients. It's if you go to an Asian supermarket, usually you can find all this stuff. But there are some stuff that is available on Amazon for those who need it. Oh my God,
I
it
usually
so good.
when I bought longanisa, I usually buy it in like the Asian grocery stores in Chinatown.
Yeah. Good blend. Yeah, so there's a comment about using a nice blend of pork shoulder and pork belly. So longanisa is typically like super, like you can literally see like chunks of fat in the sausage.
Oh yeah. It's a very
people,
fatty sausage.
yeah. So some people will use pork belly. Some people will straight up like chop up pork fat and add it into the mix. Just for the sake of myself and all the things I've been eating during this weird ass time, I'm making it not so fatty.
Yeah, since we're pretty sedentary right now.
Okay, so is your garlic chopped? Oh, I need a spoon.
Yeah, I'm just about there. Hi Channing. He said Johnny Air Mary. I don't know what that means.
What's what?
I don't know. My friend Channing said Johnny Air Mary.
So
Channing, what does that mean?
So I don't know what Mary means, but Johnny Air is like the company that like okay. So there's something called balikbayan boxes in the Philippines. So obviously, like lots of people in the Philippines are quite poor. So there's something called a balikbayan box where it's a giant box. It's like the maximum allowable size that an airport will allow you to check in. And the word balikbayan means to return. And they use it as a term for Americans who have left the Philippines and then like come back and visit the Philippines. So it's like you are a balikbayan, and so the balikbayan box is like a box that like Filipinos from abroad ship a bunch of stuff to their family in the Philippines.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Oh, Johnny Air Mart. Yeah. Johnny Air Mart is okay. So Johnny Air Mart is a store in the East Village of the Philippines, and it's called Johnny Air Mart because like you can drop off balikbayan boxes there for them to like ship back to the Philippines, but then they also sell a bunch of Filipino ingredients and like that.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll have to see if they're still open. That would be so clutch.
Yeah. I mean the East Village is low key like a little bit of like it caters to a lot of Filipinos because there's a hospital nearby. And obviously, like mad nurses are Filipino, so like, like my mom is a nurse. Like, so many of my relatives are nurses, so that's where there's lots of little like family owned places, but then that's also where like Jeepney is now to like serve that area.
Yeah, we've been to Jeepney.
Yeah.
Kamayan there. It was great.
Yeah, the Kamayan stuff is so good, and it's such a unique way of eating. Like if you've never done it, people here it's where you like all the food's laid out on banana mats and you like eat with your hands. And it's just so communal and
like, it's very communal.
For most people, it's food you've never had before, so it's just such a unique dining experience. Yeah, exactly. Mom and both my titas nurses. Like, yeah. What's up?
I saw a TikTok and it was like choose your character, but it said choose your character Filipino, and then it was like just kept going on nurses. And it was like, oh, I guess there's only one.
There's only one. It's all nurses. Wait, that's so funny. Okay, so I'm actually gonna do the slaw first so that it could sit in the vinegar a bit. So I have, hi, Cherie. So, so this slider that we're making is inspired by one from Momster LA. They use something called achara, which is a pickled papaya and carrot mix.
Oh my
But
god, that
like
sounds amazing.
it takes you have to pickle it for at least 5 days for it
Oh
to
shit.
taste right. So I was like, how can we make this quicker for Instagram Live? So gonna use coleslaw mix. Because
Okay,
like
perfect.
I don't
So
think people here
for
want to be watching us for 5 days.
so in the slaw, I'm gonna dump the lettuce and carrots and then some ginger.
Yeah. So add some grated ginger. Um, I gotta get my microplane. Grate this guy up.
How much ginger?
It kind of depends on how ginger you want. I usually do like if you're making it for 8 sliders, I do like a teaspoon for all of it. But it's kind of like how ginger you want. It'll taste. I mean, I'm sure you're like me, like love ginger.
We
So
love ginger. We eat
yeah.
ginger all of the time. Oh, Jen, someone asked if you had a favorite Filipino dish or favorite ingredient that you like to use.
Oh, ingredient vinegar. It's like I don't know what it is. It's like even
There's
just smell it
a
like
lot of stuff is like marinated, right?
yeah, so because like the Philippines, a lot of people are poor again and like it's island. We live in islands. So it's hot. So if you don't have proper refrigeration, you want food to be able to last longer. So that's why you use vinegar as like a preservation method. So that's why like adobo, like this dish has vinegar in it. A lot of other dishes are like there's like a dish called dinuguan that's like pig's blood and vinegar.
Oh
With
my god.
which is
I feel
actually
like
mad
Asia
good.
loves pig's
I
blood.
know,
We
it's
have a lot
actually
of
so
pig's blood Taiwanese dishes too.
yeah, it's so good. Like I'm planning on like trying to make it just to like make people not so scared of blood. You know what I mean? Because if you can cook it right, it's actually so
It's
good.
really good, yeah.
Yeah, because they add like chilies and like the vinegar really helps cut it. And yeah, it's mad good. Yeah. What other things are there?
Oh, someone said you
Oh
gotta
yeah.
try XO sauce with longanisa. I love XO sauce. I brought some
Whoa.
from Taiwan.
Oh my God, that's a good idea. I don't have it. You know what? That's one thing I don't have. I need to go. So I'm
Oh,
sure like you, I have like 50 billion condiments in my
we
thing, but
have so
like
many condiments.
endless condiments. Whereas like I keep buying them. Mike's like, you have so many. Like the fridge is just condiments.
Yeah, no, literally half of like the first shelf in my fridge is literally just sauces and
Yeah,
condiments.
yeah. Okay, so to the thing, you have vinegar. So how much you're making like 8, right? So I'm gonna use 2 teaspoons of vinegar for like 1.5 cups of coleslaw. I don't know how much you have, but
I feel like I have a decent amount, so I might actually go for a full tablespoon.
yeah. You put enough so it's like proper enough to coat it. I'm gonna add a pinch of salt and then oh sugar. That's what I'm missing.
Ooh, longanisa, XO, white rice, and an egg. Wow, that sounds amazing.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely typically eaten with an egg. That's like the standard. And then
Yeah.
um yeah, we're kind of just doing a little riff on it. But yeah, and so Jeepney, they do like a longanisa burger, and that one is topped with a fried egg and something called banana ketchup, which I
Ooh, what's
only
that?
learned when I was an adult. So it's this like bright red. I always thought it was ketchup, but like it was just weird because it's
It's just
sweet.
a new kind of ketchup.
Yeah, because it's sweet. And then I found out it's actually made of bananas and they use vinegar and like a bunch of spices and things to make it like more savory. So it's still sweet but it's savory. And then they add red food coloring to it so it looks like ketchup.
That's
All
so
right, so
funny.
I just put mine in a Tupperware so I can just like shake it up.
Oh, that's
But
smart.
if you want to like,
Wait, did you add sugar to yours?
yes, sorry. So I added about like a half teaspoon because just for me like it's since it's so I'm using especially like straight like white vinegar, so it's quite acidic. So I
Yeah.
think the sugar kind of balances it out. Um, so it's kind of up to you, but that's the thing, like with all this stuff, it's so based on personal preference. Like, so for the longanisa itself, as an example, like I'm gonna use a quarter cup of brown sugar for half a pound of meat. Some people might want to use a quarter cup of brown sugar for a full pound of meat. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, it does like
if you're
taste.
not as into it being super sweet. The recipe is on indulgenteats.com. I just got it up last night. Sorry. At like 3 a.m. Just like in a mad rush trying to do this. Okay. So this is, and obviously, I'm gonna add for my spice, I'm gonna add the bird's eye chili into the um the slaw. So that way the longanisa, I don't know, the longanisa will still taste like the longanisa I'm used to, but the overall dish will have a little bit of spice that I personally want. So, and again,
And I could not find what?
it's optional. So I am. Oh well, Sashing wine and black vinegar. I like
Yeah, that's my other condiment
that's
shelf.
like That's Chinese like what vinegar for the Philippines basically.
We have like our stir fry station, so all the spices and or sauces are really easy to reach.
Yeah, I know. I keep thinking I need to do like a like sauce like roundup.
I know, I really should. We have so many, so I should.
Yeah, I know it would take like an hour of like explaining all the
And my
stuff.
fridge is always so messy, so I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I want anyone to see inside.
Yeah. Okay, is your slaw good?
Yes, it's
Okay, so we're gonna
I'm
let that
also doing the
sit.
Tupperware salad.
Yeah, it's just easier. This is like our workout, quarantine workout. Okay, guys, everybody's quarantine workout for the day is to make some ginger slaw and shake it
Yeah,
around.
exactly.
Okay, so now we have our ground pork. So I'm using this is just regular ground pork. I could only like Hong Kong grocery stores are so weird. They run out of stock of things. So one day you go and they have something, and then the next day you go, they just don't ever carry it
Yeah,
ever again.
same.
So this is just regular ground pork. I could only find half a pound. So this is going to turn into like four sliders. And then I think you're making a full pound. So I'll give you
Yes.
the things for what you need. Okay, so you want yours like on the sweet side, not super sweet, but like typical sweet for your longanisa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm using for a half pound of meat, you want a quarter cup of
Got
brown
it.
sugar. So you'll use a half cup. Oh, and it's quite packed in there. I wish there was a way to like. I need like a phone, one of those. I need a phone tripod with all of these like lives and like cooking demos. I realized I'm sorely
Wait,
lacking.
what are you using to prop your phone up?
I have like so ghetto. I'll show you. I have a stack of books.
Nice.
So yeah, I need
Yeah.
a phone. The problem is that there's no Amazon here in Hong Kong. Or there is Amazon, but like they're not shipping shit here because obviously like there's more pressing things that need to get to people who are in lockdown in the US.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of stuff isn't shipping here. And so
I
I
feel
just
like they would
haven't.
have these stands though at like even like a 7-Eleven or like some
Yeah,
sort
yeah,
of
yeah.
like
So I need to
corner
just
store.
find the thing is I've been on the hunt for it, and it's typically Hong Kong too, where you just like stumble upon the things you need.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't know exactly where they sell the tripods or whatever. So I
I feel
added
like
in
it's
my garlic.
okay. Olive garlic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember there being like a giant like camera equipment like but there are like a bunch of stores in Hong Kong, and that's where we picked up like an extra lens.
Yeah. There's like random in San Joshua. They have
Yeah, yeah,
bars,
yeah. I think it
but
was,
I
yeah.
just haven't been out there because we've like besides like when we went to like the hotel for our anniversary, we haven't really gone out. So
Yeah.
like we're not really outside. Like we haven't crossed over to the other side. So like yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes happen. Okay, so then I am adding 1 tablespoon of vinegar. So you can add 2 tablespoons of vinegar.
Cool.
And again, there's regions where it's like more dominant in the vinegar. And then I am adding, you know what? Let me like make sure it's right for you. I'm pretty sure it's a tablespoon of paprika
A
for
tablespoon.
for the full amount. So that's what you should be adding. Let me just pull up. But yeah, a tablespoon of smoked paprika. So I have a half tablespoon. And then, were you able to find annatto powder or no? No.
No, we didn't
So
do a Asian grocery store run, so I
yeah,
forgot.
that's fine. So yeah, again, like this stuff, it's not needed, especially because we have the paprika in it. But if you want like the most traditional flavor of, in this case, longanisa hamonado, it's this like bright red color. This annatto powder. It's also
Mhm.
typically it's used in a lot of like Mexican cuisine, I think, because that's where the seeds
Oh,
are.
huh.
Yeah, the
Maybe
seeds
we
are
could find
grown
it
there.
there then.
So if you've ever had like I'm pretty sure like cochinita pibil. It's like a pork dish, and it's like 2 ounce patties. It's like a vibrant color, and I'm pretty sure they use like the what's it called, annatto seeds. So I think everything's in now. So I'm just gonna stir this all around. Okay, this is actually hard to do one-handed, but you guys see it. Oh man.
I'm just using my hands.
Oh, that's smart. You know what? I'm gonna use my hands too because we're actually going to shape it into balls. So we may as well just use our hands. And I'm gonna I'll use this.
Get in there.
Be resourceful. I was like, I need something to put my finished things on. I'm gonna use my Tupperware lid to put the balls on. Yeah, it is definitely always easier just like get in there in your hands.
Yeah, for sure.
And especially, I mean, you've been making so many dumplings, right? You did the.
Yeah, I did the live last week, but other than that, we actually haven't been making like a ton of dumplings. We've been making
Oh,
like
okay.
a shit ton of stews and soups though.
Yeah, anything comforting, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank this jersey. This is actually I got this jersey for my husband. You can find it on Amazon.
Wait, it's from Amazon. That's me.
Yeah, I bought it on Amazon because I was just like, oh, I want to get him like I just wanted to get him something like Filipino because we were going to the Philippines for Christmas, and I know
Yeah.
he likes to like this is kind of his thing. So I
Aw.
wanted him something that didn't look corny though. I feel like there's a lot of Filipino like
Well, it's
garments that
hard when
look.
you have the like any sort of like symbolism for to find one that looks cool. Like Jeremy always wants
Yeah,
to find stuff with like the Hong Kong flag, and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just yeah, it's hard to find really like dope ones.
Yeah, like I'm thinking about like oh, you're supposed to add ground pepper into this. Shit. I was like, I feel like something's missing. I mean, it's not, you know what? I should add it. But
Yeah, it's
one
okay.
for
We're still here. How much ground pepper?
like a few cracks. It's kind of depends on how peppery you want it.
All right. And then I'm just making like I just want to make these into like little mini sliders, right? For the Hawaiian bread.
Okay. Sorry, but I had to like wash my hands before I wanted to grab my black pepper. Oh, what'd you say?
Oh, but we're just making like little mini patties, right? To fit
Yeah,
inside the.
yeah. So they're gonna be like 2 ounce patties, basically. Um, and so the easy way to do it is if you actually just like roll it into a ball. Well, like use the smash burger technique to
Oh,
like,
and just smush it down.
yeah, that way like the sides get like super
Uniform.
super caramelized. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, let's make some little balls.
Your stay at the Rosewood looked so nice.
Oh my God, it was like unreal.
And they let you bring your dog. So cute.
Yeah, that's crazy. And oh my God, so like obviously the suite was like bigger than our apartment. And so Crosby was like freaking loving it. And he also there was a point where like the somebody came over to like drop something off. And Crosby like escaped. And obviously, you know, hotel hallways are like super long. And the way the hallway was, it was like a square. So he just like saw this free space and like bolted down at like top speed. And so they're like, all right, come back, come back, come back. And then he came back, but then he just went all the way back around. So it was like so cute though that we were like, ah, like whatever, it's okay. All right, so I'm gonna turn mine into, I have like a little bit more than half a pound and I don't want my starters to be too big. So I'm gonna make this into 5, I think. Or maybe like 4 and then extra longanisa just to eat.
Yeah. Someone said, totally off topic, those lashes ladies, are people still filling them?
Oh,
I need
so
ASAP.
Hong Kong, they only, so I got my lashes done like right before they shut down the beauty salons. So like they literally just shut them down like over the weekend.
Oh yeah, I saw that you went actually.
Yeah, I got that done on my nails done. I was just like, oh my God, like I don't know how long this is gonna go, so let me just get it one last time. And also just like, I mean, they're kind of bummed, right? Like they're not gonna have business for
I know.
whatever. So at the end of the day, it's if you have the means, like it's kind of about supporting, you know, it's supporting economy, supporting your fellow people so that they can still have a job. So.
Yeah. I got mine filled right before quarantine too, thankfully, and somehow they're still holding on.
Oh, hey. Shouts to your,
But
well, now this is how you know, this is where the true test of like your
and then it's like,
beauty people.
it's very legit, and it's really
And once you get out of this, you're like, okay, like I will patronize you for life.
Yeah.
All right,
But I know some people are actually like paying their hairdressers or like lash people earlier, just like so that they can use the money before.
Oh, like prepay, yeah.
Yeah, like Venmoing people before. So if
Yeah,
people have the ability to do that, that's definitely some way that you can help people who are like not able to work right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually already have a package with all my people. So I already, because a lot of places here do it where if you prepay for like 10 sessions or whatever, you get a discount on everything.
Yeah.
So I kind of already have that. Oh shit, I forgot to add. All right.
What is that?
Supposed to add salt. You know,
we get salt.
We'll do it like
a
burger, like typical burger style. We'll salt the patties.
It's fine.
It's fine. You know, this is what happens when you do fucking like live cooking.
Candy asked if you could run through the filling one more time, or what's inside.
Oh, yep. It's ground pork, a lot of garlic, vinegar.
A whole head, yep.
Yeah, vinegar. Do you need like measurements or because the measurements?
I think you just wanted the rundown.
Okay, so it's a pound of ground pork, a head of garlic, 2 tablespoons of vinegar, 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika, a tablespoon of salt, a few cracks of black pepper, and if you have it, ATCHA or annatto powder. Okay. All right. I'm gonna just wash my hands.
Perfect. The G Lifestyle asks, Longganisa versus Lapjung, which one is better? I think Jen and I are both going to be very biased about those answers. But I'll let her come back to see what she says. Yeah, longanisa I think is sweeter than lapjang, but they're very different sausages because the lapjang that we traditionally have is a little bit more. It's like more firm than longanisa. I think longanisa is a much softer sausage.
Yeah, well, lapchang is it's like cured, right, or like
Yeah,
dried.
it's cured, and I don't know, they're very different. Like I think that you get much more like garlic, savory, and sweet flavor from longanisa, but lapjang is a little bit more like it's kind of like it tastes like more candied sausage.
Yeah, I think that comes from the fact that it's like kind of dried, so that I feel like the flavor gets kind of like concentrated.
Yeah. Someone was asking which one we prefer, and I said that I
Oh,
think that our answers would be biased.
yeah, it's totally biased. I definitely would say Longganisa.
Just as I grew up with lapjang, so like I love eating it and like literally
Yeah, of
everything.
course. It's like a, oh, this is out of the way. It's like a thing. Okay, so I'm just getting my burner ready. Oh, oh, my gas canister is installed, right?
You what?
No, my gas isn't turning on.
Oh,
Oh, we're good.
yeah. I was gonna
Ooh,
set
you
up
can see
my
it.
like
Oh,
portable
nice.
burner, but honestly, it's so much easier to cook on the stove.
Oh, of course.
And I always wind up burning myself somehow with the burner.
Really?
I don't know. I
Oh,
feel like I wind up doing something very silly, like touching it
oh
before,
no.
like touching it when it's too hot.
Oh no. Um, look, this is, so I'm using this Finex cast iron skillet. It's like my faves because it's like
Oh,
fancy.
this is a lip crusette though.
You have one though, right? Yeah.
Yeah, someone was asking about that. We're making a stew as well.
Oh, what kind of stew?
I'm actually not sure. Jeremy was in charge of it, so I think it was some sort of oxtail soup.
Ooh, nice. Oh yeah, Crosby. So wait, let me get Crosby in here. He's like, he's sitting on the side, like hoping for food to fall.
Aren't
like,
we all, Crosby?
oh, he always gets lucky though because Mike is pretty floppy eater and stuff always falls. I'm gonna smoke out my house. Oh, so actually where I am, there's like full like doors next to me, so I just
Okay.
like let it all go out there. Speaking of which, I'm going to open them. But yeah, cast iron for me. I just love the. I just
Oh,
love
the
how
seasoning on it? Yeah.
I just love it. All right, so I'm gonna add a little bit of oil because. Oh, no. Um. Because there's like sugar in it, it will stick. So,
Hmm.
um, you're gonna want to use a little bit of oil or like make sure you're using like a non-stick
Yeah, I
pan.
put mine in a nonstick.
Yeah, and you don't want to go over medium heat because same again because there's that all the sugar in it. It'll
Mm-hmm.
burn before you get your meat cooked. So you want to kind of use Phil Robo gonna attract all the Filipino boys.
She already has one in her house.
All right, so my oil I think is hot enough. All right, so I'm gonna go for it. And so we're gonna use like the smash tech. Let me see if I can. Let's see if I could do this one handed. All right, so we're gonna use this. I salted one side. I'm gonna throw it in and smash it into our little patty. And I'll do that with all of them. But let's see. I don't know if I can. So will be the test of our one-handed cooking skills. Oh, it seems to be failing. All right. Hey, Manila. Yes, best longanisa has a lot of garlic. You want to be able to like see the garlic.
Like big garlic chunks?
No, I mean like I feel like because garlic is obviously not the same color as the meat, like you just see that your final product will have a lot of coloration because like the garlic will just be like lighter in color, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I have some garlic pieces that I probably just missed finding out. They were like, oh, someone's gonna get a nice big bunch of garlic.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, so you want to smash it so it's the same size as your buns. Oh my god, it smells so good already.
I know, it's so fragrant.
I wish everybody could smell this, but if you make it at home, you know, you'll be able to get the same aromas. So yeah, I'm gonna add my salt that I forgot to add into the mixture. Huge fail.
Still works.
Let me show everybody what's going on. We got our patties going, and yeah, it's definitely, I mean, I'm using cast iron, so it's gonna get smoky, but.
Ooh, those look so good.
We live in Corona times. You can eat heavy ass food whenever you want, in my opinion.
What did someone say?
What?
What did someone say?
They said it's too late to be eating this heavy ass food at 9:30 p.m.
Oh, hell no.
It's dinner time.
That's the best time to eat heavy ass food.
Yeah. All right, let's check on this guy. So you can see it's starting to develop a nice. All right, I'm having trouble with this. Let's see. Come on. Starting to develop a nice color. Oh, it smells so good. So typically longanisa is not like in this patty. It's usually like in a
Sausage casing, right?
Yeah, in a sausage casing. But I mean, I don't know about you. I'm not gonna go buy sausage casing.
No, I don't think so.
No. So, look at that. It's beautiful. Oh, which one to do next? This one. Get that nice color on it. How are yours doing?
They're looking good. They're slowly caramelizing.
Yeah. Mine seems to be quickly caramelizing, but whatever.
Yeah, yours is cooking much faster than mine, but I guess the cast iron gets a lot faster.
Okay, so this is also actually my first time using this new gas burner, so I still don't really know, like.
Oh, is it just like an intense one?
This is a really, well, it's just, I've been using like an induction burner and whatever, and yeah, now I'm test out this one. So I also used like a little bit less of the annatto powder than I actually called for the recipe. So mine is not as red as, like, if you use the full amount, it'll be more red.
Oh, is that what makes it red?
Yeah, it's the annatto powder. Some people also use like beetroot powder.
Beetroot?
Beetroot powder, yeah, to make it red. But I don't even know where you buy that, so.
Ooh, those look so good.
We live in Corona times. You can eat heavy ass food whenever you want, in my opinion.
What did someone say?
What?
What did someone say?
They said it's too late to be eating this heavy ass food at 9:30 p.m.
Oh, hell no.
It's dinner time.
That's the best time to eat heavy ass food.
Yeah. All right, let's check on this guy. So you can see it's starting to develop a nice All right, I'm having trouble with this. Let's see. Come on. Starting to develop a nice color. Oh, it smells so good. So typically longanisa is not like in this patty. It's usually like in a
Sausage
encased,
casing, right?
yeah, in a sausage casing. But I mean, I don't know about you. I'm not gonna go buy sausage
No, I don't
casings.
think so.
No. So, ooh, look at that. It's beautiful. Oh, which one to do next? This one? Get that nice color on it. How are yours doing?
They're looking good. They're slowly caramelizing.
Yeah. Mine seems to be quickly caramelizing, but whatever.
Yeah, yours is cooking much faster than mine, but I guess the cast iron gets a lot faster or hotter.
Okay, so this is also actually my first time using this new gas burner, so I still don't really know, like...
Oh, is it just like an intense one?
This is a really... Well, it's just, I've been using like an induction burner and whatever, and yeah, now I'm test out this one. So I also used like a little bit less of the annatto powder than I actually called for the recipe. So mine is not as red as, like, if you use the full amount, it'll be more red.
Oh, is that what makes
Like,
it red?
yeah, it's the annatto powder. Some people also use like beetroot powder.
Beetroot?
Beetroot powder, yeah,
Oh.
to make it red. But I don't even know where you buy that, so.
I'm gonna try this. I
Yeah.
feel like a health food store or something.
Yeah, probably. About somebody commented about using longanisa and removing it from the casing. I actually use longanisa like when I buy it, unless I'm just cooking it and eating it, like I did when we did our last Instagram live.
Yeah.
I like to remove it from the casing and then I like to like mix it into other stuff.
Yeah,
Like
and
you
that's
can
what
use
I
it based.
used for the dumplings. I took it out of
Yeah,
the casing and cut it out.
yeah. You
But
can
it's
basically use it like regular ground
yeah.
pork.
But it's cool because it gets since it's so red. Like if you buy the like already made ones, it gives the
Yeah,
dumplings like such a red color, and they were so juicy.
yeah. It's just, yeah, and that the reason it's so juicy is because it's like this, especially when you buy it from like ready made. There's so much pork fat in there, yo. Like
Yeah, there is. There's definitely
you
more
can
pork
like
fat in it.
see the chunks of pork fat.
That also makes it extra delicious, though.
Oh yeah, fat equals flavor. Never forget it.
Yeah, I like that. That should be just like motto.
That's my life motto. Just
I like
like
it.
just like human fat equals flavor. Just kidding. Crosby, come on. Sorry. Any questions while we're like cooking? Oh, what kind of alcohols goes with this? Fucking anything, yo.
I have a
I mean,
vodka grapefruit.
yeah. So it's like 9 a.m. here, so I'm gonna, and we drank like quite heavily. Crosby wants. Sorry, I have to feed Crosby his breakfast. I we drank a lot this weekend, so I'm trying to not drink at 9 a.m.
Maybe our next live when we make wonton noodle soup.
Yeah. Okay, I think mine are done.
Yeah,
Let
mine
me look
are
quickly.
approaching the finish line.
Because you also, with any meat, if you let it rest, it'll continue cooking. And it'll also lock in all the juices and all that. So, well, let me just see that the other side is like.
So yeah, these are looking nice and.
Ooh, yeah. Mine are not the same size. Whatever. It's about how it tastes, and these are looking freaking good. All right. Yep, it's 9 a.m. here in Hong Kong. Bright and early.
Yeah, Jen's you're a trooper for getting up early and doing this.
Well, I normally have to get up early just to even post on Instagram, you know, for like it to be like a good time. So it's fine. Yeah, the cast iron skillet's gonna give you more of like a like the caramelization on the sausage, but it'll all be good. All right, I'm gonna taste this little extra patty I made. Mmm. Oh my god.
How is it?
It's mad good. Mmm. Oh, it's so good.
Mmm.
It's sweet, garlicky, salty. Actually, now
Super garlicky and like sweet and salty. Oh,
yeah.
Super good.
Mmm.
We didn't make it to putting it in a bun.
Yeah. I'm eating this. I'm realizing that the longanisa you get prepared has so much sugar in it because it's definitely sweeter than this. Like, prepared stuff. But,
This
it's
really good.
putting in the salt on the outside too.
Yeah, I think I actually like that for that.
Yeah. All right. I wasn't able, so I wanted to make it with pandesal. Pandesal is like a typical Filipino bread. It looks like a typical roll, but it has like breadcrumbs on the top, and it's light. It's not as golden on the top. It's like usually lighter. But I didn't have time to go to the Filipino market, so I just found these like regular buns.
Are they like King's Hawaiian?
They're similar. They're called sweet buns.
Yeah, I got the King's Hawaiian.
Yeah. Yeah, pandesal. So typically pandesal, you like dip it in coffee, like in the mornings. Or you eat it with Spam, like I used to always, or you just eat it on its own, like
anything with
Spam. Yeah. The recipe's on indulgenteats.com. It's the first thing on there. I'm just slicing my buns. I need a bread knife. This is struggling a bit to like not. Oh, I need my mayo. Hold up.
Oh yeah, Kewpie.
Yes. All right, we got the Kewpie. All right, so what we're gonna do a longanisa patty. Oh my god, it's so good. Top it with
some Kewpie.
Yeah. And I mean, you can use regular mayo, but I just feel like Kewpie mayo just is like meant for Asian food.
I exclusively only use Kewpie mayo.
Yeah, I only use regular mayo for when I make like tuna salad, like with like mustard and a bunch of stuff like that. Yeah, okay, and then you top it with some of your slaw. And then we have a slider. Mine are like fat.
I think mine's like very heavy on the bread.
Yeah. Are those King's Hawaiian?
Yeah, they're King's Hawaiian. These ones are like fat. They're like thick.
Yeah. All right. Let us try our creation.
Cheers.
Cheers. Go cheers. Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. And like the Kewpie ad too is really good.
Yeah, that like creaminess. Now I'm eating this. I think I should have put more vinegar in my slaw.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Yeah. I know that. So I tested this out. The measurements that are on my. The thing is, like, I didn't measure out my coleslaw mix,
Yeah, I didn't measure out.
Yeah, the measurements that are on the thing should be right. Because, like, since longanisa is so sweet and rich, like, typical, most Filipino food, like, it just tastes better when you cut it with some vinegar. So,
These are so good.
like,
Oh, shit.
it would probably be even, you can also, if you have a grill, you
That would
could
be
probably
so
do
good.
that on there, too. You just have to watch it, make sure it doesn't burn.
Yeah.
But, oh, Kewpie with chuchow chili oil.
That sounds so good.
Oh my god, I'm gonna steal that.
It's like basically like an aioli or something.
Yeah, a chili oil aioli. I love the chuchow chili oil too because it has all those like dried shrimps in it. Whatever.
Yeah.
No. So
That's
good.
so good. I think our house is gonna be very happy to eat these tonight.
Yeah. Well, that's why also I was like, you should probably just make a pound so that you have enough for everybody.
Yeah.
It's
not just for me.
Yeah. Does anybody else have any questions? And yeah, you can just make the longanisa on its own too. Like,
you could eat it. Like, you could do it with breakfast, with eggs.
With breakfast, I'm gonna be doing some longanisa recipes. Stay tuned.
Nice.
Yeah, might be making a crunch wrap in the future.
Oh my god, wait, I love that.
So good. Need to play some dance music.
I know, I've already made a second one.
Yeah. Oh my god, so good. And so, next time you do this, you're gonna teach me something.
Yeah, I think we were said potentially wonton noodle soup.
Yeah.
So that's everybody pretty easy to make. And I think most of the ingredients people can get like pretty easily.
Yeah. So everybody stay tuned for when we announce another thing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you guys make this, tag us. Like, we'd love to see your creations. Even if you just make the longanisa, like, I want to know what you guys make put longanisa in, and then I might steal that idea. I'll put you, but like, I'll be like, oh, somebody inspired me to make longanisa, whatever. So, like, I want to make longanisa. It's really easy once you know them. Yeah, once you know what's in it, it's like mad good. Yeah, don't worry. We're gonna feed the husbands next.
Yes. I know, Jeremy's like eagerly waiting for us to be done.
Yeah. And if you'd wanna watch this again, I'll make sure it's gonna be saved in my story. I'm also gonna download it and try and upload it to like IGTV or something like that. So
cool.
Yeah. Thanks guys.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks so much for joining. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Bye.
Bye.